I've known my best friend's daughter for her whole life, but recently she's been accidentally sending my drunk photos, and today when I saw her she pinned me up against a wall, so I have to tell my friend now. Posted by U/Enough Program 3994. The past year or so she's, 19F, started messaging me privately on Facebook and Instagram. I, 43M, never post on either, just use them to watch videos of camper vans and woodworking. At first it was innocent enough, just asking me to look at a friend's car for her and what she should get her dad for his birthday, etc. Then one night her and her friends were out clubbing and went back to someone's house to party, and it was a bit more than they could deal with. She saw I was online on Facebook and messaged saying she doesn't dare tell her dad where she is and can I come get them. I said yes and set off, but when I got there she came out with her friends and said it was okay now the people causing trouble had gone. I stayed talking to her and a friend for 10 minutes to make sure and then left, but told her I'll stay up and if she changes her mind ring me. I went home and made a cup of tea and then she messaged me. It was a revealing picture of her and her friend had just spoken to. I messaged her back and said I don't appreciate that. She apologized and said she got the wrong person. I ignored it and then don't hear from her for a couple of weeks until another Saturday night when she sent another photo and said this was as meant for you. I ignored it and she replied the next morning saying it was a drunken dare and she's sorry. This started a pattern where it seemed whenever she was drunk she'd send photos and then the next day she would apologize. That was until last summer when her parents threw a barbecue. I went upstairs to use the toilet and when I came out she was on the landing and said she'd close the baby gate at the bottom of the stairs so we'd hear if someone opened it. I said no and went to move past her, but she put her hands on the wall and said she's not letting me past. Eventually she did, but she found it funny and since then she's ramped up the messages. It's not just when she's drunk and she's offering acts for lifts and fixing cars. The other week she even turned up at my house and I told her I'm going to speak to her dad and she said I can't now, it's gone on too long. And she's right. I don't know what to do. I never reply anymore, but she keeps on sending them, and then if it's about fixing her car she'll get her dad to ask me, so I can't say no. Before anyone suggests that I don't want to sleep with her, I've known her since the day she was born. Commenter: so why didn't you tell right away? The only out you have is to tell your friend and hope that they understand your reasoning was for not saying anything sooner, but the longer you wait the worse it will seem. Up. Because I genuinely believed she'd sent it by mistake, then I believed the drunk dare, but then I just thought if I ignored her she'd get bored. Update. The next day. Hi everyone, thank you for your advice and kind words on my original post. I really appreciate it. Just to clear a couple of things up. First is why I didn't block her. I'll paste a comment I made. The thing is we were close. I thought of her as niece. I've been to every birthday party of hers since she was born. I bought her first bike. I gave her boxing lessons when she was getting bullied at school. I took her to the cinema to see Frozen. I took her to her prom on my motorbike. I went with her to buy her fist car and I've done all the maintenance on it since. I'm heartbroken it's come to this. She isn't just some random kid I could block and forget. Secondly, people asking why I picked her up and didn't immediately tell her parents. I'll copy another comment I made. I've always said to her and my nieces and nephews, if you're ever scared or in a dangerous situation and you don't dare tell your parents, ring me and I'll help and I'll keep your secret once. When I was younger I got into a club when I was 15 and ended up being drugged and taken back to a house, and even when I came round I didn't dare ring my parents just in case I got in trouble for clubbing, and then things got a lot worse. I wanted her to know if she was in danger or scared she could rely on me. Something terrible happened to me because I was too scared of being in trouble. On to the update. I rang her dad yesterday and asked if I could see him and his wife. I got there and I didn't beat around the bush. I just said for nearly a year Emily has been trying it on with me and sending me inappropriate messages and pictures, and I haven't screenshots of every message, but I deleted the pictures. There are plenty of messages from her though referencing the pictures. I showed them everything and the dad stopped reading after a couple of messages, but the mum read them all and then just said it's something young women do and we are both adults so it's up to us what we do. I said I don't want to do anything, I want her to stop harassing me. The mum just completely brushed it off and said it's not harassment, it's just a young woman in heat, made her sound like a dog, and she was the same at that age. We sat and talked about it for a bit and I told them why I didn't say anything, and the dad said she was never going to give in, she's like her mum. Then they just said they'll talk to her, but the mum told me to relax and not take it so seriously. My friend walked out to my car with me and said he'll talk to his daughter when she's home and he's sorry, and now he knows why I've been blowing him off about doing the brakes on her car. I left feeling relieved they knew, but a bit pissed off with the mum's reaction. Later on last night my friend messaged me because he wanted to check her phone to see if there was other men, but the wife said no as she's 19 and they had no right. Op comments. I'm oop, and can I just add a comment about why I never blocked her at the start. I love that kid like a niece. I was there the day she was born. I changed her nappies. I've been to every birthday party from her first to her 18th. I bought her first bike. I was with her at her first football game. I took her fishing, she was around 10-11, and we spent a full day catching no fish but having such a laugh on the riverbank and sharing cheese sandwiches and a flask of tea. I went to every single one of her ice hockey games. I took her to prom on my motorbike, not as her date. We do things different here. I went with her to buy her first car and paid half towards it. I've done all the maintenance on it since. It's so upsetting to lose the person she was. Imagine watching Oamon grow from a baby into a woman and then just having it all shattered. She's genuinely one of 5 people I'd give my life for in a heartbeat without thinking. I'll be honest, I still cry every day that I've lost a niece and my friend of over 35 years. That's why I didn't block her or tell them straight away. I was hoping it was a phase and she'd get through it and we could all just go back to normal with no harm done. That didn't happen and now I've lost 2 people who meant the world to me. Emily did message me to apologize last night but then said she spoke to her mom and the offer's always there if I want it. Doesn't seem like anything has been achieved really, but at least it's not a secret anymore.